YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Narrowminded. It's your boy, Reggie with the Light, where I come to give you inspiration, motivation, encouragement, empowerment, and a whole bunch of light. Today's topic is going to be a very, taboo topic. It's going to be a very sensitive topic, and it's going to be a very serious topic. And it's about the ugly truth of child molestation in the black community. Child molestation in the black community is a very taboo topic. The black community as a whole tries to sweep this subject under the rug instead of us dealing with it head on, and so we can get some healing from it, and so that we can become better as a whole. And so I want to talk about that topic today, because I know it's a lot of people out there that are suffering from child molestation. I know it's a lot of people out there that have not healed from being molested as a child. And it's really affecting our women. I'm not saying that it doesn't affect men too. It affects men and women, but it really has done damage to both our men and women over these years. And we really need to begin to heal and begin to talk about this subject so we can fix it. The more we sweep it under the rug, the more we try to ignore it, the more we try to put it on the back burner, it's going to be more and more victims that are victimized from child molestation. And as a race, as a whole, if we want to heal, we have a lot of things to heal from. We are a broken race. We are not too far from coming out of slavery. So, but this child molestation is self-inflicted, and we have to look ourselves in the mirror and figure out what's going on. What are we doing wrong to continue this cycle, this vicious cycle of child molestation? And we can no longer continue to sweep this under the rug. We can no longer continue to hide from it. We have to face this head on. This is major. This thing is causing major destruction in the black community. And to all my women and men who had to deal with this as children, my heart goes out to you. And I encourage you to go get professional help. I encourage you to go get professional counseling, professional therapy, so you can heal from this, and you can deal with it, and you won't have to keep it in the back of your mind. You won't have to keep it buried deep in your subconscious and deep in your heart where you were wounded. And I just like to apologize, and let you know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault that someone took advantage of you when you were unable to fend for yourself and you were vulnerable. And we got to understand that a lot of times, as a man, I have been in relationships with women that have been molested as a child. And a lot of times these women are very broken, and no one has tried to help them, no one has tried to fix them, and mainly because we try to sweep it under the rug, mainly because it's very taboo, mainly because it's embarrassing. And I understand it's embarrassing, and I can't even say that I know how it feels, because I never experienced that. But I am an empath, and I do feel people's pain. I can feel it. And so I just want to help the people that had to deal with this subject, and not this subject, but had to deal with this this terrible thing that happens to a lot of you know young black children, and it's not dealt with. It's kind of a secret. The family try to keep it as a secret. They try to sweep it under the rug, and that in turns make the victims try to bury it within them instead of dealing with it. And we must start to deal with this because it is causing a lot of toxic behavior. It's causing a lot of broken homes. It's causing a lot of it's causing a lot of it's causing a lot of the behavior to continue and to go from generation to generation, because we have not dealt with this, and we must deal with this in order for us to stop other children from having to go through this. We have to deal with it head on in order for us to nip it in the bud and decrease the victims. For my women out there, I just want to let you know that you can't trust everybody around your children. You can't just I know sometimes you get lonely and you want a relationship, and you want companionship, so you give people the benefit of the doubt. But that's cool. But date these men, and before you bring them into your home, before you allow them to meet your children, date them separately. You know what I'm saying? Date them separately. Go to their house. They don't have to come to you. If you got young children, these men do not have to come to your house. Go to their house. And if they don't have a house or an apartment, you don't need to be dating them anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And if you had dealt with, because we're gonna, you can't. It's a lot of people, and most of these men that do this, they may have been molested when they were children, but at the same time, we can't continue this cycle, and we have to figure out what we're doing wrong and that's causing this to continue, and we as a race, we wonder why our women are promiscuous. We wonder why our women are toxic. We wonder why our women are broken. We wonder why our women, have low self-esteem, low self-worth, low self-value. And not all of our women. I'm not going to generalize, but a lot of the women, in today's generation, has dealt with this, and they don't even know. They don't even know that this is affecting them. They don't even know this is why, they feel, that they're worthless, or, they feel like a object. They feel as if they're not worthy of true love, of true companionship. They feel that they're not worth someone, being, they don't feel, someone took their innocence away. Right? Someone took their innocence away. So, they feel, I can imagine that they feel dirty. They feel used up. They don't feel worthy of true love. So when they get into a good relationship with a good man, they don't understand that, their worth, they don't understand their worth. You understand what I'm saying? They don't understand that, they're worthy to have this good relationship. They feel like they get in a good relationship, they find a good man, but they don't feel that they deserve this good man because of some of the things that transpired in their childhood that they haven't dealt with, right? And in return, they, in return, they, it even affects them as mothers. It affects them on how they parent their own children. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a tough topic to talk about, but we have to deal with it. And, we have to stop, you know, we have to stop sexualizing our little girls. You know, we got our little girls in tights, and we got our little girls watching Love and Hip Hop, and we got our little girls rapping to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and we have to stop sexualizing our little girls. And we have to stop, inviting strangers to our house when we have young children. And for my man out there, we have to start protecting our children. Even if you're not with the child's mom. And that's why it's very important, these broken homes, when you have a child, that's why before you have a child with someone, make sure that you can make sure that you guys are on the same page. Make sure that you can, you want this to be your wife or your husband. You don't want to separate, if you're going to have children, because this causes a lot of things to go wrong. Now, both of you guys dating, both of you guys are going to have other people around your children, and those are not their children. So they're not going to care about those children the same way, you are going to care, and you think you're in a relationship with somebody that and you're going to work, and you might leave your children at home with these people because you trust them, and y'all been dating for a few years, and they haven't did nothing crazy, but you got to date someone for a long time before you really know them, and you need to get to know them. You need to know their family. You don't just have children with anyone, and I mean so basically what I'm saying is, when you have children, make sure that you guys are on the same page, because these broken homes are causing a lot of these things to happen. The biological father is not in the home. The mother is lonely. She needs companionship. She needs love. So she of course she's gonna date. Of course she's gonna find someone to give her that love and that companionship. But the men that our women are choosing sometimes are just not good men, and our women have to realize that. And y'all, and for my black women, you guys, y'all have to realize that you just can't bring anybody in your home. You cannot just bring anybody in your home. I know it's hard sometimes, but you have to have self-respect, self-worth, self-value. And you have to think about, can I really trust this man around my children? You understand what I'm saying? Can I really trust this man around my children? And because we have to stop this cycle. We have to stop this cycle, and we have to, and we have to stop sexualizing our little girls. We have to stop allowing them to just continue to listen to Cardi B, continue to listen to Megan Thee Stallion, continue to dress them in ways that if a sick person sees them, it's going to trigger them. You understand what I'm saying? And I have a 13-year-old son. I'm glad I'm not going to say I'm glad I don't have a daughter, but and even if you have a son, young boys are molested too. But, if I find out, y'all might as well throw me, y'all might as well throw me in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because it's over. I'm not going to, it's over. You understand what I'm saying? So, we really have to get serious about this, because it's affecting our race, it's affecting our children, it's affecting it's affecting generations after generations. We have toxic women, toxic toxic men, and we don't even want to discuss this topic. We don't even want to talk about it. We try to sweep it under the rug like it doesn't happen, and it does happen. You know, I don't. Most of the girls I've dated told me certain situations that happened when they were young, and even the ones that didn't tell me, you know, probably they was embarrassed to even tell me, or maybe nothing happened. But I'm just saying, you know, so that's just something that I wanted to talk about, you know, today. I know it's a very heavy subject, but for the women and men who went through this, I encourage you to go get help. You know, this is something that you need to deal with. This is something that you need to heal from. It's hard. I couldn't imagine. I don't know how you can go on with your life without dealing with that. You know, I'm sure that you done messed up a lot of relationships. I'm sure that you have toxic behavior. I'm sure that you are, you know, have depression that you know, need to, you know, get a hold of. You know, but as long as you try to sweep it under the rug and not deal with it, you know, you're not gonna get better. And as long as we try to, and as long as this is a taboo topic in the black community, and we don't nip it in the bud, it's not gonna stop. So that's just a little message that I want to give you guys today. Thank you for watching another episode of Narrowminded. I'm your boy Reggie with the light, where I come to give you inspiration, motivation, encouragement, empowerment, and a whole bunch of light. And I'm out.